Karl Towns is a Knick? What just happened last night? And what seems like the most random NBA trade of all time? It came at the cost of the Nova Knicks, but New York is a contender. They are no longer a pretender. This is a team that legitimately can win the NBA championship this year with two of the best wings in the NBA. They now have Cat. They have Jalen Brunson, who finished top 5 in MVP voting last year. And man, this is crazy. The trade, the bombshell, the first Shams bomb of that era has been dropped. The Knicks have lost a lot of depth now with Randall, DiVincenzo, Isaiah Hartenstein leaving them, and Randall, it gets forgotten, but he averaged 24, 9, and 5 last year in 35 minutes per game. That's a pretty good year. We won't talk about the three-point efficiency, but now, of course, Karl Towns is a New York Knick, and that's the big news from last night. Coming in, 22 points a game, 8.2 rebounds, 2.3 assists in 32 minutes. This is going to be the Knicks side of things. I'll post a video tomorrow on the Timberwolves side of things, so stay tuned for that. But for the Knicks, this is a huge win. 50% shooting from the field, 42% from 3 for the 7-footer with a 7'4" wingspan. He's really going to help their interior play, especially while Mitchell Robinson is out recovering from injuries. And you don't see 7-footers being able to do this, being able to run sets for this guy and get him to catch and shoot on the perimeter. That's what makes Cat so special. He's one of, if not the best shooting big in the NBA. 42% from 3 as a 7-footer. Do you understand how hard that is? That's why we don't ever see it. And now he gets to pair up with the King of New York, Jalen Brunson himself, who last year just had a phenomenal year. If you don't know about Jalen Brunson, you've been sleeping under a rock. 29 points a game, 6.7 assists, 4 rebounds in 35 minutes a game, and he did that while shooting 48% from the field and 40% from 3 on 7 attempts. I mean, this guy carved up NBA defenses night in and night out. I'm pretty sure Andrew Nembhard still has nightmares about what this man did to him in the NBA playoffs this year. And remember, he finished 5th in MVP voting. This was no fluke. The AP voters, everybody, they agreed. This was a big-time season for Jalen Brunson, and now he gets to pair up with Karl Anthony Towns. Even though he's undersized, I mean, he is so much fun to watch. Just nearly automatic from anywhere on the court. So skilled for the lefty. And this is what Cat... Sorry, I don't have all the updated technology yet, so you're going to have to look at pictures for now. We're investing soon. We're getting the app out. We're going to be able to draw on live screen. But this is what Cat is going to be able to do. You're going to be able to run that horns action and get Cat popping while you also have Jalen Brunson driving downhill. That is going to be scary. He's the franchise guy, and yes, he is undersized. He's 6'2" with a 6'4" wingspan. But, hey, the Knicks did a phenomenal job going out and surrounding him with wings that can really defend. Mikal, 6'7", with a 7'1" wingspan, and then you also have OG Anunoby, 6'7", with a 7'2" wingspan. Perfect! I mean, you couldn't have a more picture-perfect wing duo to pair with Jalen Brunson than these guys. Anunoby averaged 14 points a game, 4.5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1.7 steals per game last year for New York, while shooting 49% from the field and 39% from 3 on 4.5 attempts per game. I mean, this was a pretty solid season from him efficiency-wise. If he's almost 50, 40, 90, his real value is on the defensive side of the ball. It's just a plus. Anything you get offensively, the perfect fit for this New York Knicks team, because he has the ability to neutralize the other team's best wing, and that is something that you don't see a lot in the NBA. One of the other guys that's able to do that, though, is Mikal Bridges, who is an elite defender, one of a kind, well, maybe two of a kind, because the other one is OG Anunoby out on the wing, both great defenders. He can also score a little bit. He averaged 20 a game last year in Brooklyn, 4.5 rebounds, 3.6 assists, and a steal. He can be a number one option, not for a playoff team, but for a team that's like the 10 seed. So now he comes to New York. He'll be like the 3rd, 4th option. 44% shooting from the field, 37% from 3. He's kind of changed up his jumper, and I don't know if I like it. If y'all have seen the clips from this year, let me know your thoughts. I don't think I like that too much, but we'll see what happens. If you've made it this far into the video, obviously you like something. If you're ready for the new NBA season upcoming, hit that subscribe button. We're going to be posting every single day with new NBA content. As you can see here, a lot of people are not subscribed. If that's you, go ahead and change that. We're looking for about 200 likes on today's video, and obviously turn on those post notifications because the season's coming up, and then like I said earlier, we're posting the Timberwolves version of this trade tomorrow. Now the depth is a big question for New York after this trade. You still have Josh Hart, who is going to be a glue guy. He's going to be probably the 5th starter in this rotation. We'll see what happens. He averaged 9.3 points, 8.4 rebounds, 4.1 assists in 33 minutes. But the Knicks realistically have like 8 guys max, and then rookies who can grow and develop into big-time players for them, which we'll talk about. But hey, that's kind of what Tibbs likes, guys that'll play 48 minutes a game. Poor Mikal Bridges, who's known as an Iron Man. I don't know if he's going to be able to last. But of course, you have Bridges, you have Deuce McBride, who is an absolute menace on the defensive side of the ball. Averaged 8.3 points a game, 1.7 rebounds, 1.5 assists in 19 minutes last year. Had a pretty good playoff run for the Knicks as well. 45% shooting from the field, 41% from 3 on 4 attempts for him. Just a really good defender, can navigate the pick and roll as well, can initiate the offense. He's the 3rd guard in this offense as well, behind, of course, Jalen Brunson, and then maybe behind Campaign. We'll see what happens there. They also have Kolek, who we're about to talk about, but I really like Miles McBride, Deuce McBride, whatever you want to call him. Great defender, great role player, perfect for this team. Just a gritty guy, a Tibbs guy, if you will. And then you have the rookie, Tyler Kolek, who I watched last year at Marquette. He was an absolute monster. Hey, how about the Pack, though? We took him out in, the Sweet 16? But anyways, Tyler Kolek, really like Tyler Kolek. He is elite. He's electric with the ball in his hands. You never know what's going to happen. Elite in the pick and roll. He knows how to find his guys and get them shots that they need. And then he can also score for himself. Watch him navigate this pick and roll here. Nice little dump off pass for the dunk. And then once again, just patient, waiting the defense out, and he finds the wide open guy under the rim. Averaged 15.3 points a game, 7.7 assists, and 5 rebounds last year, as well as 1.7 steals as the leader of that Marquette team. 50% shooting from the field, 39% from 3 on 4 attempts. He's a solid shooter as well, as you can see from the clips here. The sweet lefty jumper. Lefty jumpers always look so pretty. I don't know why. I just like them a lot more than righty jumpers. Maybe it's because they're a little unique. But heck of a pass by my man right there from his butt. A little over-the-head pass and gets it to go. Now, something that has surfaced lately, they were breaking up, really breaking up a lot of fan favorites. Julius Randle, I guess you could say, was a Knicks fan favorite, depending on the day. DiVincenzo, part of the Nova Knicks. And then Cat, obviously, was a huge Minnesota guy. But DiVincenzo kind of wanted out. He wasn't really happy with his reduction in minutes. 15.5 points a game for him last year, 3.7 rebounds, 2.7 assists. He's kind of the underrated part of this trade, in my opinion, because nobody's talking about it, but it's a great ad for Minnesota. 44% shooting from the field, 40% from 3 on 9 attempts. Really good shooter, can also really defend, and he will now, of course, be in Minnesota. But the big thing here is, can they win a ring? Heck of a pass by Julius right there. We'll see. Obviously, Karl Anthony Towns is obviously a huge addition, gives them a lot of star power. And hey, shout out to, I believe it's Leon Rose and the Knicks for going out and turning quickly DiVincenzo, Randle, and Barrett. They added a few picks in, but they turned that into Mikal Bridges, Karl Anthony Towns, and OG Anunoby. That's magical right there. That is some big-time work, big-time stuff from the Knicks front office. Now you have this starting lineup, and it can go a pretty good ways with Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Bridges, Anunoby, Karl Anthony Towns. I love the starting lineup. You got the shooting. Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby are really going to have to be able to shoot, but, hey, they can. OG shot 39% from 3 last year. Mikal shot over 40%. The bench is going to be the question mark. They also have Kevin McCullough, who we haven't got to talk about, but the bench is going to be a huge question mark. Like, Kolek is going to have to play a big role. We'll see what Campaign does. Mitch Rob's going to be out for a little while, but yeah. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit the like button. We're trying to hit 200 likes on today's video. Also, hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment down below, as it really helps out in the YouTube algorithm. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video. Busy with college, but
subscribe to Backyard Buckets right now.